Hi everyone, welcome to Sport Africa. My name is Asha Ololuwafemi. James Agberibe is unavoidably absent, but of course we got to do this. Yesterday, of course, we witnessed the closing ceremony of the 33rd Olympic. Wonderful, wonderful competition hosted in Paris, France. And of course, wherever you are across the world, thank you once again for joining us. Thank you so much for your support. But I would like to know how you felt about the performance of African representatives at the competition. Nigeria, that has been the debate since the last time Atobe Amuson dropped out in the 100-meter hurdles because at that point she was the last hope of Nigeria getting a medal. Of course, that is going to get our attention on the show today. How much was spent? 12 billion naira was spent to sponsor athletes to the Olympics, but Nigeria returned empty-handed, and you have countries like St. Lucia, not even as many as a local government in Nigeria winning a gold medal. Of course, once again, welcome wherever you are joining us from. Please, like I said, let me know what you think about how your country fared at the 33rd Olympic. Of course, yesterday we witnessed the passing of the baton to Los Angeles in 2028. Of course, the United States of America will be hosting the next Paris Olympic Games. Okay, let's get started. Like I told you, of course, the dismal performance of Nigerian athletes, 88 of them, 88 of them returned empty-handed. And yeah, the discussion actually has been from some particular school of thought is the fact that some of the athletes should also take responsibilities for failing to win a medal. Forget about if they had a very good performance or preparation for the competition or not, because people like Haruna Kodri, Olajide, of course, the table tennis guy, of course, they play regularly. They have clubs they play for, in Europe and all that. And yet, they couldn't win a medal. As a matter of fact, they got knocked out in the very first game in the singles event of the table tennis event at the Olympics. Of course, I'm talking about Olajide or Motayo. Then you have the likes of Tobi Amuson, it's a Brume, Blessing Obro Dudu, Adekuroye. Yeah, so Nigerians they are actually blaming the government, and of course, some people are actually saying the athletes should take some responsibility because some of them they are not making their debut at the Olympic Games, so they should have taken one or two lessons into the competition and actually. If at all you think that the country did not even give you a very good preparation, at least to do yourselves proud, because if you talk about the personal benefits that accrues to each of these athletes, it's immense. It is massive because you have endorsement and of course and all that. So for Nigeria, I would know the Minister of Sports, of course, John Eno, after the competition said that the federation's elections are coming in Nigeria. So that is going to be the basis for which he is going to sanction some particular federations that the respective athletes didn't even do well at all. And the only song that Nigerians are singing today is the D Tigress, of course, making history, getting to the quarterfinals of the women's basketball. No team in Africa, male or female, has ever gone that far at the Olympics. So we just hope. Okay, let's talk about the updated medal table for Africa at the competition. Yeah, of course, we're still talking about Nigeria, the money that was expended at the Olympics. We have Kenya, of course, as expected. Kenya won 4 gold medals, 2 silver, and 5 bronze medals, making 11 in total. So Kenya is the African country that won the most medals at the Olympics. Then we have Algeria, they have 2 golds, and of course one bronze medal, 2 golds, 1 bronze medal, making 3 medals. Then you have South Africa, 1 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze. Then you have Ethiopia, 1 gold and 3 silver. Then you have Egypt, 1 gold and 1 silver, 1 bronze, that's making 3. Same as Tunisia. Then you have Botswana, of course, it's on the screen. They have Botswana, 1 gold, 1 silver. Then Uganda, 1 gold, 1 silver. Morocco, 1 gold, 1 silver. Cote d'Ivoire, 1 bronze. Zambia, 1 bronze. And Cape Verde, 1 bronze. Nigeria is the most populous black nation on the surface of the earth and the most populous country in Africa. A country of more than 200 million people, yet not one of 88 athletes could win a medal. It is absolutely an unacceptable. But in some other climb, of course, this morning, Monday morning, you will have the Minister of Sports, especially resigning without even being requested to do so, but rather the minister has been apportioning blame, throwing the blame into the face of everyone. Okay, let's talk about how much was spent actually. We have 136 million naira was spent by the federal government on each of the athletes. Yeah, that is $88,000. $88,000 to sponsor one athlete, one of the 88 athletes to the Olympics. And of course, nothing was won by any of the athletes. And now that has generated some form of comparison in terms of budgeting and how much was spent. Now, for instance, a country like Jamaica, they spent less than 5% of Nigeria's total budget. And of course, they went to the Olympics, and of course, they won 6 gold medals. They won 6 medals actually in total, 6 medals, 1 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze medals. Now, what Jamaica usually do that everyone knows is that they concentrate on the area of strength, which is athletics. Now, Nigeria, they got represented in as many, several events at the Olympics, and nothing, wrestling, weightlifting, basketball, athletics, track and field generally, and nothing could be won. As a matter of fact, Jamaica, a total of $2,300 was spent on each of the athletes. $2,300 compared to Nigeria's $88,000. Well, I leave it to you to actually decide what you think about it, particularly if you're a Nigerian. What do you think? Who do you think should take the blame for this? The Minister of Sports, the respective federations, or even the athletes themselves? Because people have different opinions, but some particularly are pointing fingers at the athletes that they should, as a matter of fact, even help their own career. That's what some people are saying. And some are pointing fingers to the likes of, Quadri, with the reputation he has in Africa, in table tennis, even across the globe. And of course, the likes of Toby Amuson, in that semi-final in the 100-meter hurdles, the time didn't favor her. That was why she didn't get to the final. And of course, the likes of Blessing Oboro Juju and Adeolade Kuroye, and the likes of them. Well, I just hope that Nigeria would again learn the lesson, because history has shown that the country the country does not actually pick lessons from issues like this. Los Angeles to 2028 is just 4 years from now. What is going to be done? After 2 weeks, everyone will just go back to a default setting and move on as if nothing happened. Up to now, no one has been sanctioned for the failure to register favor of Philly for that 100 meters race. So it is just what it is when you talk about Nigeria, not only in sport, especially, but in how things are done generally. Of course, today, before I move to the next thing, I think we need to send our condolences to the family of former CAF president Isaiah, who passed on at the age of 78, almost 79 before he passed on. I remember that it was during his time that Africa hosted the first ever World Cup. That was in South Africa in 2010. And of course, one of the legacies that Isaiah actually left is that he helped several African countries, with their cases at FIFA. At one time he was a FIFA vice president. And particularly in Nigeria, I remember recently Amos Adamu, a former sport administrator in Nigeria, was talking about how he helped Nigeria out in a particular case that FIFA's hammer was almost landing on Nigeria. I remember particularly also about a lot of several corruption cases against him, and that was why he was removed. And Ahmad Ahmad of Madagascar was elected president. I don't know how many of you can remember that, what a lot of thought was going to be revolution in CAF, and then Ahmad Ahmad was also removed for that same thing. And now we have Patrice Motsepe in charge of running African football. Africa, one of the things that saddens me about Africa is we do not even know when we are going to take precedence while the rest of the world will follow. Okay, let's talk about the case of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The Super Eagles, of course, the whole world knows how uninspiring their qualifiers for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers has been. 3 points from 4 games. It is almost their worst ever. And at the moment, the Nigerian Football Federation is yet to announce a new coach for the Super Eagles. And mind you, they will be starting the 2025 AFCON qualifiers against Benin Republic on September 7th. And the Eagles do not even have a coach yet. And the NFF has been saying that they are scoring the entire of Europe to look for a coach. It's almost a case of the more you see, the less you actually understand. Yeah. And ex-internationals, they have been screaming, they have been shouting at the top of their voice that the NFF should wake up to its responsibility. And how long is it going to even take to announce a foreign coach, to get a foreign coach? It has never been this bad. And that underscores the level of decadence that is actually going on in Nigerian sports, not only in football, yeah, actually. So we do not know, because I remember after the dismal performance in the last 2026 World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and the Cheetahs of Benin Republic, the NFF released a statement, saying that its executive committee will, as a matter of fact, in the next few weeks, appoint a foreign coach. And that next few weeks, that was about June 10. Today is about August 12. So you can do the calculation, weeks as, metamorphosed into months. And nothing, not even an announcement, not even a statement saying we are still searching for the best coach for the Super Eagles. Is why they haven't made any statement. No reaction yet. Recently, the NFF president Ibrahim Gusa was quoted as saying that because he was in France during the Olympics, and he was quoted as saying that in the next few days, now days has also metamorphosed into weeks, and that is how Nigeria gets things done. And when the new coach comes, and the results do not even go how everyone wanted, then everyone begin to point fingers at the coach. Then everyone leaves the administrators, to just continue to enjoy. And that has been the bane of Nigerian sports. Maladministration, maladministration, maladministration. Of course, it is what was echoed at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, maladministration. Because how would someone, for crying out loud, someone whose job is to register athlete, whether you are the Nigeria Olympic Committee or you are in the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, you completely forgot to register an A-list athlete for a competition that she's been training for years for. And as a matter of fact, for which she went to a Paris Olympic. So that is just the way it is. Well, we do not know, because even if a foreign coach is appointed today, it has to be someone who is very familiar with the Super Eagles players, because as it went right now, I think the list of players that will be invited for the 2025 AFCON qualifiers, on September 7 next month, will be from the office of the technical director, that is Augustine Gabon, because certainly the coach, there's no way he will have, being familiar or get acquainted with the players within this short period of time, less than a month to the game against Benin Republic. And remember, the only defeat that Nigeria has so far in the qualifiers for the 2022 World Cup was inflicted on them by these Cheetahs of Benin in Abidjan. Well, we wait to see. The federation's elections are coming, like I said, in Nigeria, except that of the NFF. We'll see what the Minister of Sports would say. But in other places, by now, we'll have had a state of emergency being declared in the sporting arena generally. But we wait to see if we just move on like we always do, or something very, very drastic will be done at this time. Thank you so much for your support. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Sorry, James Abirebi is unavoidably absent today fully, and next week he will be here to actually let us know what he thought about some of the things. And at that time, of course, there must have been a lot of development regarding what transpired at the Olympics. People are actually even saying if the ministry is not going to do anything at all, at least for the D Tigers, for what they did at the Olympics, when no one gave them a chance, of course, they lost in the quarterfinals to the eventual gold winners, US, who now have their 8th consecutive gold medal in women's basketball. Please invest in these girls. And as a matter of fact, that was even the message from their coach, Rena Wakama, to the Nigerian of Sport Authority. Please invest in these ladies. The future is bright. So by the time James will come next week, hopefully, of course, we'll have a lot of this, or a lot of development, I should say, to have, to discuss right here. Please don't forget, click on that notification button so that you get our video as soon as they drop. Thank you so much for all your support. Please don't forget, let me know in the comment section what you think generally about the performance of Africa at the just concluded Paris Olympic Games. We'll see you next week by God's grace. I remain Ashalulu Afemi. Bye for now.